I want you to imagine the following scenario. If you take a child, let's say a 5-year-old, and you place him on Pleasure Island, the one from Pinocchio, right? And it's candy everywhere, lots of toys, other kids, there's no parents, kid can do whatever he wants. Is that child going to enjoy Pleasure Island? I think he will. I think like most kids would definitely enjoy Pleasure Island. But what happens if you're that kid? What happens if you're young and you are taken to Pleasure Island and you genuinely enjoy it? Life is never better. But then you grow up. And you're still on Pleasure Island. You're still surrounded by all the toys. You're still surrounded by children. But everything is boring now. You're a teenager. You don't like playing with toys anymore. Like, you have other aspirations. Like, other things stimulate you. And that's pretty much why this article is a poison chalice. Because people believe that growing up stops once you reach adulthood. But it really doesn't. The reason that kids enjoy playing with children toys is because their brain isn't fully developed and their hormonal balance is different. They react to dopamine differently. Like, there's this wonder of discovery. There's this desire to find new things. And when you grow up, you still have that desire, but now it's diminished. And so a toy that a 5-year-old would find stimulating and interesting, a 12-year-old may not. And that doesn't stop. When you actually are a teenager, right? Like, there's a lot of things that stimulate you, but when you're 40, the exact same things may not work anymore. And so the reason that this article is bad is because it's targeting young people, it's targeting teenagers that, they're stimulated by going out clubbing, they're stimulated by watching Netflix, they're stimulated by being online on social media, doom scrolling, arguing with other people. They like that. Going out shopping, buying new clothes, listening to music. But the problem is, like, when you grow up and you're in your 40s, you still have access to all those things. In fact, you probably have more access to those things because now you can actually have your money. So you can still go out clubbing. You can still watch Netflix. You can still go on the internet and argue with people and doom scroll. You can still do all those things. But your body doesn't find them as enjoyable. In fact, it finds most of these things boring and lame. And if you ended up not having a boyfriend, if you decided that in your teenage years you wanted to be alone, like a lot of these teenagers are making the decision, like Mommy Milkers and Katarina and many of these people, they're actually agreeing with the article because they're in their childhood stage on Pleasure Island. And they're basically saying, I never want to leave Pleasure Island. Like, I know the last boat off Pleasure Island is leaving, but I'm not taking it. And so they grow up on Pleasure Island and they end up being adults surrounded by kids' toys and stuff that they don't like anymore. And life becomes a living hell. And this is what happens to people that choose not to get married or not to have a boyfriend. The last ship off Pleasure Island is leaving. And they're going to be trapped there. Going to be trapped there as adults, not as kids. Because I'm telling you this, like, when you're in your 40s, even if you're a man, your dating pool becomes significantly limited. Everyone around you has kids. Everyone around you moved on. They have their own homes. They may have left the city. All of your childhood friends are gone. People are not as interested as making friendships like they were when they're kids, because now they have their own jobs. They have their own responsibilities. And so you end up being very lonely. And you're lonely in your apartment with the things that you used to enjoy, and now they're meh. And worst of all, you have Thanksgiving coming up, you got Christmas coming up, you got all these things, and you're alone. Because your parents die, your grandparents are probably already dead, you're alone, miserable in an apartment. And this is what many Hollywood actresses have said. There was this lady that played Sex in the Big City, also feminists. They're basically saying that they regret their decisions for not leaving Pleasure Island. When the last boat left, they decided not to go into it. They decided to indulge into Pleasure Island. And so this is why the article is toxic and it's manipulating people. Now, I've seen a lot of individuals wanting this article to not exist, to protect society by burning this article. I don't think that's what makes society strong. I don't think treating adults like children and considering ourselves enlightened and protecting the adults from these things by building a fence around them is a good idea. I think that makes a weak society very prone to subversion the moment the fence goes away. Instead, I believe that a strong society is made if every individual is a fence. And every single person is capable of seeing the article and resisting temptation. And also understanding that, of course, we live in a place with hundreds of other millions of people. And not everyone is going to resist temptation, but that's probably a good thing. Because I know for sure that I'm going to educate my child and my family, and I'm making the right decisions, and I'm not agreeing with this. And if someone else's kid, someone else's family is dumb enough or uneducated enough and agrees with this, that's actually a step up for my legacy. Because at the end of the day, we're in a competition with each other. You know, we're not joining hands and singing Kumbaya with the person in Chicago voting Democrat, right? Like, some of us maybe benefit if that person fails, if that person lacks an education and they don't compete with us for resources. I believe that this is the reality of the world. And so if these articles exist, good. You know, let other people that are weak-minded and they didn't have parents and they're easily manipulated, let them benefit from this poison chalice and this dumb wisdom. That's fine. You know, because at the end of the day, you gotta accept that you can't eliminate all these articles from society. This is the type of mindset that will always permeate. And so your job and responsibility is to make sure that your family is an iron fortress, that you provide your kids with the ability to critically think, so they don't end up like this, right? An individual that thinks wifey material sounds like an insult, or dating is a humiliation to women, or that it feels Republican to have a boyfriend. You know, like, again, using a political ideology as a moral compass. It's mentally unstable for me, you know, in my opinion. So what if it's, Republican? Like, imagine thinking like that if his Democrat is bad. Like, okay, well, 2025 modern Democrats are bad, but like, what if they change in 2030 and then I start making wrong decisions because they may actually have good takes, you know? No. The problem is that they lack critical thinking and they don't know how to apply different tools for different situations. And this idea of fatalism, right? Like being a wife sounds like an insult, dating is a humiliation ritual to women. You're the one that creates your own life and your own environment. Like, you're the captain of your ship navigating the sea. And if you're constantly in storms, maybe you're not a good navigator and you should do something about it. For the entirety of human history, dating has been a thing. Like, a man and a woman decided to fuck so that they created the next generation, which created the next, which created you. And if they manage to figure it out, you're supposed to figure it out as well. This idea, oh, well, it's bad, so I'm giving up, is fatalistic and incorrect. The correct mindset, it's bad, how do I change it? How do I work with it? How do I make it work for me and my family? That's the correct mindset. But look here, and by the way, like, I want you to notice, these aren't a couple of individuals. Like, look, 41,000 likes, 60,000 likes, right? Like, these are popular opinions. Having a boyfriend is a PR disaster. Proud of the culture shift we are creating as women. Let's keep going, right? Like, there are also people that are trying not to get banned, I guess, and avoid the moderation, right? Having a boyfriend is spiritually Israeli. Like I think like a lot of people are getting the hint, wink, wink. But basically, yeah, I'm looking at these people as individuals that failed the test. And I'm at the university trying to graduate, right? Like, why would I want other people to get high grades like me, knowing that after I graduate, I'm going to go look for work? Why would I want stronger competition? Let these people fail. Let them fail, because I know, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people will succeed, right? And so, that's my mindset. I know it's not a very Western mindset. I know it's not a very moral mindset to have, but it's an incredibly pragmatic one, a very cynical one, isn't it? Still, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.